All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Friday, March 28th, set today by Brummy. Let's see what Brummy has for us. Navy shop supplying country music. Well, navy makes me think blue, so I want it to be bluegrass for country music. If you shop somebody in slang, you tell on them, or you grass. All right, Brooks on time but gets fired. Must be a word for Brooke on a four-letter word and then a T for time, I think. And then that means gets fired. Blast, burst. No, and a brook, of course, can be a little stream, a beck we sometimes see, but no. Do without strong ointment. I wonder, unguent, do without, no. One who's certain to pass on 1,001 pounds. I'm thinking one who's certain is the definition. Oh, what would you call like a sure thing? Oh, oh, one who's certain to pass on might be a goner, but I can't get that from 1,001 pounds. Pound, I mean, that may or may not be part of the wordplay, but that would be L. And the G might be for 1,000, for a grand, and then an I. Oh, maybe G and then one. Oh, it's funny. I don't know if you could break it apart as 1,000 and then one, because the one is only, or it's only 1,000 because of that place. I'm wrapping myself around the axle here. But yeah, goner. But then what would the R be? Now, how about tall bats on the way out? Nothing more to add. Yeah, I'm thinking tall bats means to anagram the word tall, and I think it just has to be all T. And then on the way out, I think it's going to be like all that, all said, all done and dusted. Nothing more to add. No, after that great start with bluegrass, I've ground to a halt here. Tried dancing in fire to create a diversion. I like that one. Oh, I'm thinking we're going to have the word tried anagrammed or dancing inside a word for fire. Oh, which could be sack. And that's going to make a diversion. Oh, yes, that's exactly it. A sidetrack. That's funny. I only think of sidetrack as a verb, but I'm sure it started as a noun, literally a side track. That's funny, but I think that must be it. Let's try another couple of downs. Paid player to ache and stretch. I think a paid player might be a pro, and then a word for ache, pain, and then the whole thing is going to mean stretch, which could be the verb or a stretch of time, a stretch of road. Pro. Oh, Yeah. Oh, prolong. Yes. If you ache for somebody, you long for them, and to stretch something out to prolong it. Government system, one mixed up with Sparta. Well, one and Sparta together makes 9 letters, so do we anagram those, mix them up to get a government system? Neo. Um, something. No, I don't see that. Let's go back to the crosses. Get aggressively physical when criminal ray dips into till. The definition must be get aggressively physical. I'm thinking play rough. Yes, I think till is not the money till, but till the land or plow. And it's not jumping to the next word. And in fact, then, hold on, let me put that there and then clean that up. Yeah, this new format of their software seems to have a few little quirks they need to fix. All right, yeah, so criminal ray, I think, is just an anagram of ray inside that plow. Go east in northern line for a nutty filling. Oh, I do like a nutty filling. What is that? Yeah, I think northern line might simply be N and L, and in between we have something for go east. Or go, oh, east might simply be an E. Oh, what's that? Hazelnut spread, Nutella. Yeah, I don't think it's that. But something like that. So go could be a lot of different things. No, I'm not seeing it. Limp, extremely drunkenly, nursing bad back. Yes, I think limp might be the definition. The extremes of the word drunkenly are the D and the Y. Like limp lettuce might be droopy, one of my favorite cartoon characters too. Bad is poor, and that is back or reversed, and it is being nursed or surrounded by the dy. English climber's foot caught in level rope ladder. Yeah, I don't get that. Other than climber is sometimes something like ivy. Yeah, I don't see it. Disallowed opportunities not having a roof over your head. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be one of those double definitions where the straightforward one is disallowed opportunities. I'm thinking out something, and then playfully maybe you might interpret it as not having a roof over your head. Outhouse fits, but yeah, that would maybe suggest the second part, but not disallowed opportunities. All right, Christmas time drink say before flipping dinner alert. Yeah, the say suggests a homophone, but it might just simply be an example of something, because flipping certainly seems like a reversal indicator. A dinner bell? No. Currently cold, needing doctor, anything at end of day. Wondering if the definition is currently. Cold could be a C. Needing doctor. Ooh, doctor, of course, could be an anagram indicator. Do we know anything is 8 letters itself? And then I think we have to do it at the end of day would be probably a Y. Currently, yeah, it could be another ly adverb. No, I don't see it. Tilting, executed by quirky, spoiled duke. Well, tilting is, of course, the jousting. Or might just simply be leaning. Executed by, yeah, spoiled duke. Yeah, could be an anagram. Yeah, so maybe ending in UKED. No. No, I'll leave it for now. How about scupper, king and I, nonsense? Is that K part of king or a word for scupper? Yeah, it could be KI and then a short word for nonsense, bull, and it's going to mean scupper. Uh, yeah, I think nonsense can be bosh, obviously. And to put the kibosh on something, I don't know if you can just say, I kiboshed it. I thought you had to put the kibosh, um, but I think that's right. Check on melody. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to work. Is it going to be a word for check or a word for melody? Let's see. Like Laurel is hardy to some extent. Yeah, I'm thinking to do with plants. Like laurel is a plant. Is it a hardy annual? Yeah, or maybe we're supposed to break it after is, like laurel is, and there's some adjective that describes laurel, and then hardy to some extent, question mark. Now, is that Oliver Hardy or the novelist slash poet who are the British Navy guy? No. Pulp Queen United in Band. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't get it. Horse has won in heap. No. Turn overboard to see gander. I suppose it's a word for board. I'm thinking about your keep could be your bed and board, And if you turn it over, then you get peek, to have a gander. All right, nothing in research involved a runner. Is it a hidden clue? I don't think so. Nothing in research involved a runner. No, don't see that at all. All right, bizarre. Greek quotes about conserving energy. The definition I'm thinking is bizarre. Unless it's bizarre Greek. Is there some famous Greek who's known for being a bit odd? Nana Mouskouri. No, I think she was very normal. So Greek quotes about, maybe then, I'm wondering about epigrams or something. Do we turn that about and it has to conserve or have E for energy put inside it? I don't see it. Topping contractor, this boss. I think we have to take a word for contractor, remove its first letter or top it, and you get a boss who may be something to do with contractors, maybe a shrink. Don't see it. Reverse bets off in the bag. Well, we had sack earlier going around. Just because of that K, I'm wondering in the bag. Yeah, sidetrack. Maybe we have another like backtrack. And it's going to mean reverse, re something, bets off. Oh, a bets off, of course, could be an anagram of bets. Now, is it going to be including the S or not? And that's going to go inside a word for back. Oh, it is just bet, and it is sack again. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm a little disappointed to have that used twice. Yeah, I mean, it was used before with the synonym fire, and here it's bag. But yeah, if you suffer a reverse, you suffer a setback. Candy twists containing note full of beans. I'm thinking we anagram candy, and then inside it we might put one of those two-letter notes, do, re, mi, or maybe we put in NB for nota bene, but I think it's going to mean full of beans. Now, yeah, I think that's just going to mean energetic. Is the Y going to be at the end? That would be a very unusual word in 27 across with the Y and the H. So I think the Y is going to be somewhere else in candy. Oh, me, do, re, mi. I think we have dynamic. Yeah, I just saw we could have that dy beginning. Another horse clue. I'm not a fan of them because there's so many words for a horse. Out of control. Excuse me. Horse gobbling small pillow. Yeah, I think the horse might be a bay. And I think the whole thing will mean out of control. I think the BA would have to be there and the Y, otherwise it would end in AY. Out of control. And now a small pillow. I don't know what you would call a small pillow. It might even be S, but then it would have to be a three-letter pillow, which doesn't seem likely. Oh, now we're going to have very unusual Y there, but I think it's maybe more possible. Nothing in research involved a runner. No. All right, lace from southern Lakeland Mountain. I'm wondering if it could be a... No, I was wondering if it could be a hidden clue with reversal lace from... No, southern might simply be an S. And then is there a famous Lakeland? Is there a... Oh, what's the peak in the Lake District? I think there is one. Let me pause and look that up. Well, I think the one I was thinking of was Scaffell Pike, but that's obviously not going to fit. Lace. Yeah, I have no idea on that. All right, well, it's suitable for a Friday in that I do not have a lot to show for my first pass, but I think there's some that bear going back to. Here's our, okay, this I thought might be one mixed up with Sparta, so let's try that. And it's going to be, ooh, it's going to end in S if my crossers are right. Yeah, it's not really what I was expecting. Yeah, I'm doubting that now. Yeah, but it could be just maybe kibosh. No, I think that has to be right. And then this one, of course, I'm not sure about that Y, but let me pause and just try and think of a word for currently. Well, the word drafty fits, and I think the oh, I thought it fit. Hold on, where did I? Oh no, there it is. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, drafty. Um, and so I think the definition is upon currently cold, meaning there's a cold from an air current. That's a bit much. Anyway, so it needs a Dr. DR. Anything is ought. And end of the day, wasn't he that Y? Wow, that's very tricky. Oh, on the way out, I think, is old. That's a bit rude, especially on my birthday. But anyway, all told, nothing more to add. Yeah, I like that. So this might be out, but disallowed. Ooh, think about football, offsides or out, not having a roof over your head, outdoors. Oh, I think it might be. I think, yeah, I was sure that the first part was the straight definition, but I think not having a roof over your head, the question mark just means that, is one way of saying that you're outdoors. And I think the charade is if something is disallowed, it is out. And opportunities, that's funny. We saw windows recently for opportunities, but they can also be doors. All right. Ah, I'm thinking apparatus. Oh, I think one is A, up is up, and that's 3 letters plus Sparta. And so I think apparatus is the right answer. All right. Oh, well, let's try 25 now with my M. Horse has one. I mean, maybe it is something that literally a horse, or the word horse has one in heap. Oh, I think it might be mountain. I suppose like a mountain of grain might be a heap of grain, and a horse is a mount. It has one, I think is A again, one and A. And then in is literally in, and so heap is the definition. And here's the other horse. Gobbling's out of control. Yeah, let me pause and think about words for out of control. I didn't get this one, but as I often do when I'm trying to solve, I look again at the crosser to see what the letter might be. And this time, I should have seen this on the first pass, to some extent, is often indicating a hidden clue. And within Laurel is hardy, you have relish. And so the definition is like. If you like something, you relish. All right, does that help with my... Of course, I'm not sure about that A or that Y. But I do think out of control. Oh, but no, there is a small pillow called a bolster. I think we had sort of like a snake-shaped pillow, long pillow that we would put down. We had one door that always had a draft coming in under it, and we would put down the bolster, I think, is what we called it. Ah, yeah, so I think an out of control horse is a bolter, and that gobbles S for small. Now, is it a novel by Nancy Mitford where one character's mother is known as the bolter? Anyway, here's our lace now from Southerns. Oh, it does begin with S. And lace. Now, I'm immediately thinking of white frilly lace, but it might be, lace a drink with something or lace up your shoes. No. All right. Yeah. Oh, research is 8 letters. I think we're going to anagram research. It's going to be involved with an O inside it for nothing. And that's going to give us, excuse me, a runner. Oh my goodness, it took me a while. I was working away on paper and finally saw a race horse. So maybe there is a theme. We've had a couple of horses in clues, and now we've had one in the answer. I don't know if any of the other answers maybe are names of famous race horses. Some of you will know that. All right, the right-hand side is looking good. Let's try and finish this lace. Southern, Lakeland, Mountain. Not Shergar or Arkle anyway. Oh, yes, it is exactly what I said earlier about putting something in drink. That would be to spike. And not exactly sure what. Oh, scaffold pike. Ah, I did see that when I looked up Wikipedia. Oh, and I was only looking at I don't know, do you say scaffold or scaffel? Anyway, that pike. Ah, of course. Yet again, I'm so close to the answer and I just don't go all the way with it. All right, pulp and queen united in band. Well, queen is often ER, but it could just simply be R. What would pulp be? Orange pulp? No, that was our tilting executed by quirky. Oh, quirky could be odd. Spoiled Duke. No, oh, this is our check on melody. I'm just wondering if it might be a 6-letter word for check and then ON, and that's going to be a melody. Don't see it. Check can be tick. Melody can be air, tune. No. All right, how about my go east in northern line for a nutty filling? I'm going to fill up my coffee cup and see on my way there and back if something occurs to me for a nutty filling. Well, that was a very successful trip for a refill. I have my mug from Krakow, Poland. It occurred to me that, oh, maybe we have a word for go, and then we have the east in northern line at the end. And I remembered Cracknell. Of course, there's also the lovely Sarah Cracknell from Saint Etienne. But to have a go at something is having a crack at it. And I suppose Cracknell, I always thought it was more of a sugary, like broken toffee, but maybe it is nutty. Yeah, apparently cracknel is made from sugar and can contain nuts. Maybe just we couldn't afford the expensive stuff with the nuts. All right, so now here's our Brooks on time, but getting fired. Yeah, I don't. Still wondering about. Oh, burn. I was going to say burst, but of course it's burnt. A burn, a Scottish word, right, for a little brook. And then on the T, and if you're literally fired, I suppose you might be burnt. All right, do without strong ointment. UNC, ULC. Do without. Unclear. No. Okay, I think I'm going to put in goner here. And let's check that one. It is right. But I don't fully understand it other than as the definition, one who's certain to pass on, and G plus one, although I question that. Anyway, Here's our English: climber's foot caught in level rope ladder. Climber's foot might simply be an R, and that is caught in level. I'm wondering if level could be a tier. I don't know. Is there an English? Is there a word etrier for a rope ladder? I've never heard of that, but I'm in that sort of mood today. I'm just going to go ahead and check it. That is right too. Wow. So I got that from the wordplay. Let me pause and look up an étrier. Yeah, it does seem to come from the French étrier and can be a stirrup as well, but I think it is part of a mountaineer's climbing equipment maybe. So in that sense, a rope ladder, but that's a completely new word on me. All right, so now do without strong ointment. Oh, maybe a word for do goes around or without, outside of a word for strong, but I don't see that. I may have to go to wordplays.com for that one. And that's our tilting. Could it end in UK, ED? Tilting executed? Does that mean anything? I thought those are just two random words to me. That's our check on melody. All right, I think I am going to go to wordplays.com for my strong ointment. Oh, I should have got this. I suppose the word is unction. I've certainly heard of extreme unction. I think of it as more the rite than the actual ointment that is used. But a do, as in a social event, might be a function. But without the F forte for strong, I should have thought of that as well. All right, here's our Christmas time drink. Say, before flipping dinner alert. Oh, a dinner alert, of course, could be a gong. Oh, yes. And then once I picture GNOG, I think say is, for example, EG, and then you flip the gong and you get eggnog for a Christmas time drink. So my brain should have seen Christmas time drink and thought eggnog. All right. Oh, Greek might be GR. So I think it might be, and I'm thinking gruesome might be, oh no, gruesome is 8. Quotes about conserving. Oh, there might be some word for quotes like epigrams or pensées or something like that. Or maybe there's a word for the punctuation mark I'm not thinking of. All right, let me pause and think of a word for bizarre that might begin with GR. Ah, okay, I had a sip of coffee and thought of grotesque. Anyone who was in Ireland in the 80s, I think, will remember Gubu. One of the G stood for grotesque. So Greek. Oh, quotes about is an anagram of quotes. I'm definitely not on my game today. So now our tilting executed by quirky. Yeah, don't see it. Okay, we have another G here. Topping contractor. This boss. Yeah, now I'm doubting my theory that it's a word for contractor minus its first letter because, something G is, I think, usually something GG. Could be GR, I suppose. Maybe it's a word for topping, like great. Great something for a boss. Grand, ooh, grand. And then we'd only have 4 letters for contractor. I'm thinking of a building contractor, but it could be something that gets smaller. This boss. No, well, let's use our Q. So queen, I think it can be just Q, but I think we need a U anyway in the word. Pulp, I think must be squash. The band is the sash my father wore. And so Queen, I'm not sure what United is doing in that clue other than as a surface word, but I think it's a little misleading. Anyway, we'll move on. Ooh, yeah, I don't think it's going to be grand or great, but maybe another short word for topping. Oh, gear. I don't know if people in Britain, especially the kids, still say something is gear. Um, this boss. Oh, Godfather. Yes. I think the whole thing is just a cryptic definition that it's a type of boss who orders or contracts people to be topped or to be offed. I think that's how we're supposed to read that one. I like it. All right, let me pause and sip my coffee and think about this. I had to go to word plays. Of course, it's lopsided. And I think it's just an anagram of spoiled beside D for Duke. So quirky is telling us to anagram. And executed, I think, is just a linking word. Definition is tilting, is definitely lopsided. And you get that if you execute this wordplay. All right, check on melody. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I had one of my signature typos. I'm sure you were all shouting at me about that. All right, that makes it, I think, a little bit easier. Still not getting what that is. Oh, restrain would be to check. Somebody might be to restrain them. Yes, on is re, and then a melody. Oh, I heard a familiar strain of music. All right, another tough one today. Let me go ahead and check all. Looks like everything is still there. Was there a theme of horses? I don't think so. How about we did have a Q? So was there a pangram? I didn't spot it. Yeah, I think there's a few letters missing. All right, let's go and take a quick look at 15 squared. All right, the blog today is by Peter O. Few less familiar words, but nothing to frighten the horses. He didn't spot a theme either. All right. But funny that he says frighten the horses. Um, Yeah, this Etrier rope ladder, English plus, yeah, R inside of tier. So yeah, it was the word that threw me a bit. Ah, no, it is United. Queen is Q and United is U. I always forget that. And then on the downs, the money needs to be split. Yeah, but I have a problem with, I don't know, that's 1,000 G, 1,000 plus a oneer. Oh, a oneer, yeah. We've had this before, and Mike pointed it out to me in the comments, I think, and I forgot all about it. Yeah, I suppose I was literally splitting before the one, but if you just say it's 1,001 pounds, and that's a G plus a oneer, yeah, that makes sense. And then cryptic definition for the Godfather. And yeah, Southern plus the Pike, Lakeland Mountain. Oh, poor Grant did not finish. Seen that current draft trick before. Yeah, I did not remember it. And it's a stirrup, yeah, from Dr. Watson. Never heard of, yeah. The other Mark had to do some repairs to his Etrier. Funny. Yeah, again, yeah, not spotting a theme. All right, well, I won't waste any more of your time. Thanks as always for watching and have a great day. Oh, and a great weekend.